U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said Friday that the U.S. will sell 250 M1A2 Abrams tanks to Poland, giving a key NATO ally that borders Russia a significant boost in firepower. Austin was in Warsaw for talks with Polish officials about Russia's military buildup around Ukraine. He noted that adding the tanks to the Polish arsenal will ensure more equitable security burden sharing in NATO. As of now, no delivery timeline has been set. SEP V3 is the latest and most potent variant of the M1A2 Abrams main battle tank. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how the U.S. plans to strengthen NATO's eastern flank with sales of M1A2 Abrams SEP V3 tanks to Poland. Let's get into the details. Viewers may note that Russian actions have made the U.S. and NATO extremely apprehensive. In January last year, the Polish military conducted a massive simulated war game against Russia's Western military district named Winter 20. While the intricate details are classified, the outcome was demoralizing for Poland. As per reports, Poland was not able to defend against the Russian assault for more than 5 days. Earlier, several prominent members of Congress were asking the U.S. Defense Department to fast-track the sale and delivery. Citing the Russian buildup near Ukraine, Representatives Mike Rogers, a Republican from Alabama, ranking member of the House Armed Services Committee, Mike Turner, Republican from Ohio, ranking member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence, and Lisa McClain, Republican from Michigan, a member on the House Committee on Armed Services, had urged Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin to accelerate the transfer. Abrams was first introduced in 1980 to replace the M60 main battle tank, which was introduced in 1960. It was significantly more potent than the M60 and featured many top-of-the-line components, like a fire control system that allowed up to 90% accuracy at ranges of 2,000 meters. The tank was technologically well ahead of most other tanks of its era. The U.S. military has kept on upgrading the tank to maintain its edge. For example, in 1986, the tank received a more powerful 120mm German-engineered main gun, and in 1988, it got a layer of depleted uranium armor to increase protection. These upgrades were provided to Abrams so that it could dominate the Soviet tanks and repel any armored thrust. This helped Abrams tanks roll over enemy tanks in Afghanistan and Iraq. Abrams was designed so that it could accommodate new enhancements. This kind of forward thinking has enabled it to absorb new technologies. The Abrams tank M1A2C SEP V3 has added several features. Here's a brief overview. 1. It now includes an ammunition data link. With this link, the tank crew can set a distance at which a shell will explode. So if a building is targeted, then the shell will explode inside the building instead of exploding after it's flown through it. This will enhance the precision of the hit. Destruction will be inflicted at the correct place and limit unintended damage. 2. M1A2 SEP V3 has added a better infrared sight. Infrared sights basically enhance the night finding ability, and with this improvement, the new variant will be better equipped for twilight missions. 3. The remotely operated 50 caliber machine gun will now be positioned at a comparatively lower height enabling better targeting position. 4. M1A2 SEP V3 has an Auxiliary Power Unit APU. This will allow the tank to keep running communications and sensors and maintain battlefield awareness without having to use its powerful 1,500 horsepower gas turbine engine. The engine is known to use a lot of fuel, and it's also a target for infrared homing weapons. 5. It also adds passive armor, which will improve the tank's ability to survive when hit with the latest anti-tank weapons. 6. New Explosive Reactive Armor (ERA) packages, known as the Abrams Reactive Armor Tile (ARIT), is deployed. ERA basically works by placing tiles that have explosives. When an incoming projectile hits them, they explode outward and explosive power of the projectile is deflected. These tiles are fitted on specific portions of a tank. 7. The most important upgrade will certainly be the addition of the Trophy Active Protection System (APS). Israeli-made Trophy will be fitted on the side of the M1A2 SEP V3. Active or hard kill protection systems consist of sensors that are capable of detecting and tracking incoming anti-tank projectiles. After that, the targeted tank launches an interceptor projectile to shoot the incoming round. This is different from the soft kill approach, which involves jamming the projectile's guidance or confusing them. In 2017, Colonel Glenn Dean, a project manager at the Army's Redstone Arsenal, had told Military.com that he tried to kill the Abrams tank 48 times and failed. Russia operates as many as 12,000 tanks, but a good percentage of them are older tanks, and many of the newer T-90s have not been updated to the latest standards. In certain scenarios, numerically inferior but more capable tanks with longer range and better sensors can defeat or halt the progress of a much larger enemy tank force. This is especially true when these are deployed in defensive formations. Poland's defense minister, Mariusz Błaszczak, had earlier stated regarding the M1A2 Abrams SEP V3 deal, "So we are ordering the most modern tanks. Tanks available in the best equipped version, tanks that are combat proven, tanks which were constructed to counter the most modern Russian T-14 Armata tanks." T-14 Armata tanks are currently available in very low numbers, though the availability could increase in the coming days. It's evident that 250 M1A2 Abrams tanks will be a major force enhancer for Poland. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.